Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Thinking Crypto channel. I have a very special guest with me, Jack Liu, who's the founder and CEO of Wanchain. Jack, it's a pleasure to be chatting with you today.
So great to be here, Tony. Thanks so much for having me.
So Jack, as we were talking about before we started recording, I had a friend who was telling me about Wanchain for years, and he's very bullish on it. And I want to talk about the XRP integration news as well. But let's start with your background. Where are you from? Where did you grow up?
Yeah, I grew up in China. I came to US, Ohio. I stayed in Ohio for 14 years, and I went over there to study in computer science and economics. I kind of have mixed background, and I jumped into the software engineering in the late 90s when the internet was booming, and I stayed there for over 20 years. I moved to Austin, Texas in 2010, and I've been here since. And I love the city over here. I've been in the crypto space for a long, long time. Yeah.
Wow. And what was your first encounter with Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies, and what was your aha moment? Like, I get it and I want to be part of it.
Yeah, Austin, as you know, it's very tech-based town, right? And I got exposed into Bitcoin in 2012. Because I have this mixed background in computer science and economics, immediately got my attention. I look into the code actually, right? And start some mining at the time. In my home, use one room to do that. And work with many of the friends over here in the crypto space. Not very big at the time, but I was lucky to get exposed into the crypto community in a very early stage.
Sure, and that's exciting that you were an early adopter. You were mining Bitcoin. So I'm assuming if I were to ask you what's in your crypto portfolio, you have some Bitcoin. Anything else?
Well, certainly, yeah. Well, everybody has a lot, right? But I believe in crypto. And I believe in Wan. Yeah, Wan's best coin out there.
For sure. So I want to ask you, what was the genesis of the idea to create Wanchain?
Yeah, I think the overall idea to get all these blockchains together was pretty in early days, right? When I was working on this project called Factum, I was a co-founder and CTO for that project. And at that time as well, when we have all these different branches in different places, how do we get them connected and ship it between networks, right? And in 2016, I started a company in China called Wanglu, basically focusing on enterprise solutions. And eventually, we're looking at we need to get all these enterprise blockchains connected, right? And after some time, we came up with the technology and how to get all these blockchains connected. And also, we have some other technology researched out as well. We had a great team in research, and we came up with the privacy protection as well, because that was very required in the enterprise world, right? And we use the basic technology to create this, Wanchain that was in 2017, basically to create a wide area network, and that was what WAN stands for.
Got it. So you're bringing a solution to help make multiple blockchains interoperable to be able to connect together. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah. And we are not looking at the public chains. Right now, we are integrating a lot of public chains like Bitcoin, Ethereum, or XRP right now, right? But we are also looking at enterprise solutions, and eventually we will connect all of them together and bring the bridge between the traditional financial world and also the new decentralized financial world.
Yeah, absolutely. So to your point, you mentioned enterprises. So it sounds like private blockchains as well. You'll be able to make those all work behind the scenes.
Definitely. Wow.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, we created something called the Trusted Bridge back in 2019, and we have the technology to integrate with multiple enterprise solutions with any technology behind it, right? And right now, it's kind of it's in the early stages at this point for the enterprise or traditional financial world to move into in this blockchain world. It takes time, but we will continue to work on that. And I think it's easy for us to look at the public chain at this point, and we'll integrate a lot of public chains first, and make sure that we have the infrastructure ready. And sooner or later, we need to bridge those two worlds.
Got it. That's exciting, and certainly a big need with all these like multiple blockchains, both private and public. So I'm curious, can you give us any hints or any enterprises or companies that you're currently working with?
Yeah, we have been working with many around the world, and we have some recent big news coming out. We actually have many partners, but it takes time. I'll tell my community that it will take time, right? But it's a long term, and we will continue to work in the area. Yeah.
Got it. So there were some questions that came from the community. If you can talk a bit about the WAN token, and if there are additional exchange listings in the works for the US.
Well, yeah, that question comes up a lot, right? WAN tokens, I think it's available, and been traded extensively by many users around the world, right? For US users, I don't want to talk about over here, right? But certainly, my recommendations for our users to get to our Telegram channel and as our community, a lot of people will help, right? There are many channels certainly, right? And also we have OneSwap, right? Ready on Wanchain, right? So there are many channels for folks to acquire or use our Wancoin.
Got it. So I want to ask about, and I know there's things that are under NDAs and waiting for PR release. Any hints as to what we can potentially expect from Wanchain, later this year?
Well, we have a lot planned for the next few months at least, right? And we already gave some hints already. Actually, yesterday we just finished our Jupiter mainnet upgrade, and make us fully compatible with Ethereum, and we are ready to release the Ethereum layer 2 solution. At the same time, this similar solution can be applied to other chains like XRP, and we are looking at that, right? And hopefully we can work with other chains as well. We have a lot of chains lined up, right? We have Polkadot, right? Litecoin, many of the top chains, they're all on our list, and we have been working on that. And then we plan to announce something, a new platform that will allow people to cross-chain in a very, very fast fashion. Right now, for example, from Bitcoin to Wanchain or to Ethereum takes a long time, right? We will have a better solution to make the user experience lot better, and we can that will allow us to integrate a lot more chains in that a lot faster, and eventually, and we'll get all of them integrated into our own network. Like the token can be transferred easily and securely based on users' preference. So that will be something really big. And I mentioned about L2, and also we will have many other financial applications, the DeFi applications coming up. Yeah.
Got it. That's exciting. Looking forward to those announcements and updates. So let's talk about XRP. Obviously, you're working with multiple different chains. You know, how did XRP come about? Was it just going down the list, or are you in talks with the folks at Ripple to get all this integrated?
Well, yeah, the decision actually came somewhat later last year. Right? We have been looking at the top chains, and we realized that during the boom years with DeFi on Ethereum, we realized that XRP wasn't there. Not like a Bitcoin. Tens of thousands of Bitcoins were shipped into Ethereum. So, well, maybe this is a good idea for us to look into XRP, and we work with our community, and very quickly we put XRP on our top of the list. And then we have been working on that for a while, and we had our testnet ready, and we certainly approached with their team and their community. We did the AMA with the community, and we got a lot of support from their XRP community and also their team. And that's I think recently we did the Twitch tech show with Ripple X, right? And we certainly got some support from the team, and I'm very glad that when we released this XRP to Wanchain to Ethereum bridges in the right time when Ripple was really in the spotlight, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people come to me and say, "Well, thanking Wanchain for the contribution," and then say, "Well, yeah, I'm glad I can help."
So, can you explain to XRP holders what will be the benefit of this, and so they know what are the capabilities? Okay, I can. The DeFi capabilities that are going to be enabled as a result of the integration.
Yeah. We just launched the bridge on Monday, right? 2 days later, this morning or a few moments earlier, I checked it. Currently, we have already released 3 bridges, right? XRP to Wanchain, XRP to Ethereum, and Ethereum to Wanchain, and the XRP can move around in this network, right? So a moment ago, I noticed that more than 1 million XRPs tokens have been moved from XRP ledger to Wanchain. Wow. More than 1 million. Yeah, and I think 1,600 transactions have been processed on Wanchain with those XRPs. And what do they use it for? Right? Currently, we have many DeFi applications already for those XRP holders to do the liquidity mining and yield farming. The first one they can do is they can send the XRP, XRP into our decentralized exchange called OneSwap, right? And what they can do is they can provide the liquidity, or they can trade. We have 3 trading pairs already there, and or they can do farming, right? They put in deposit a pair, and they will get a very high yield. Currently, I think this morning is an 80 or 90, and probably coming down a little bit, a little bit over 70% of the APY. And the good news is tomorrow we'll have some NFT-based farming application that will allow XRP users to do the dual farming. Dual farming meaning that with the farming on OneSwap, you can also use the LP to farm it again on Zookeeper. So you basically get double rewards. And currently, OneSwap is kind enough to give XRP 5x of farming yields, and also Zookeeper will do the same, 5x starting from tomorrow. And there's another dApp called lending platform. It's called WanLend, right? And I noticed at least more than 1 million, probably more than that, US dollars worth of XRP tokens have been deposited into this lending platform, and more than 500,000 of US dollar value of XRP tokens have been borrowed on that platform.
Wow.
Right? Just for the past 2 days.
Yeah.
Just for the past 2 days, imagine that.
Wow, that is exciting. I love.
I think the main benefit for XRP users, they can unlock their XRP, right, to participate. We call it a cross-chain DeFi, right? They can participate in DeFi applications on Wanchain today, and because we are building bridges into other chains, they can move their wanXRP onto Ethereum or other chains to participate the high yielding DeFi applications.
Wow, that is exciting, and I love the different capabilities now and the ability for XRP holders to leverage these things. So if let's say an XRP holder is listening to this podcast or watching the video, what would be their next step to get the process started to leverage these different services? Would it be going to the Wanchain website, downloading certain wallets, whatever it may be? Can you walk us through that process?
Yeah, there are many different paths, and we have a lot of tutorials on YouTube you can find out, right? But the easiest way, as I mentioned a couple of days ago, user can go to our website wanchain.org and download our desktop wallet. And this is the easiest one you can use, right? What you can do is you once you create a wallet, and this wallet supports a native XRP token. So that means that you can, once you create it, and you can transfer some of the XRP onto this new wallet, and then you can send that XRP into Wanchain or Ethereum within the same wallet. And also we have all those DeFi applications within that environment as well. So it'd be very easy for users to operate all these different use cases. And in the future, certainly once they're comfortable with that tool, then they can move into some other things like our web bridge. They will support pretty much any XRP wallets, as long as they can scan a QR code on that website, right? And we can support the MetaMask. MetaMask allows you to select the network like Ethereum or BSC or Wanchain, and then you can operate from there, or you can use our WanMask offered by our team. So there are many other ways, but certainly the easiest way is to just use our desktop wallet first.
Got it. Now, a big question that will come up with many folks is security. And if you can tell us about your security protocols and what you're doing on that front to prevent any issues, and if you can give us an overview of that.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah. Well, Wanchain, actually, the code base, we worked on it for a long time, since 2017. The original code base was a fork from Ethereum, right? And we added a lot of things to it, right? We added privacy to it, and also we created our own proof of stake. We beat Ethereum to implement a proof of stake mechanism. We call it Galaxy, actually with staking and the delegation as well, right? That was deployed 2 years ago and has been running very, very well, right? And we also implement this Stallman, we call it Stallman bridge, right? Has been running since 20 2018. Since 2018, with very similar technology behind it, we're constantly improving it since 2017 and was live since 2018. Right, 3 years have been running without any issue. Right, we have published all our paper. All the mechanism behind it, and like the key technologies like secure multi-party computation and threshold key sharing, all those basic technologies behind it, right? And the majority of our source code is open source, right? And people can take a look at it and compare the technologies we publish on our white paper and also implement it in our source code, right? Mm-hmm. And things have been running for so long and without having any issues. I think people can definitely should trust us, the team, and also trust the network. We haven't got any issues so far.
Got it. And that's great to hear, that you haven't had any issues. Your team is continuing to build and fine tune. So that is awesome. That's exciting. And I certainly have to, I think post this interview, go and try this out and get some of my XRP and yield farming and all that and earn some interest. That is exciting. So I want to talk a bit about your thoughts look, we're talking about XRP, so we got to talk about Ripple, this SEC lawsuit situation and what it means for the entire market, and Gary Gensler coming in, and, what are your thoughts on the whole situation?
Yeah, I haven't followed very in depth with that deal. I know that in the past several years, right, all those famous projects were, sued by SEC for all those reasons, and many of them have settled, right? And that's why, and then several days ago, I was quite optimistic during the interview, saying, well, this thing will go through that route as well. And a few days later, the news came out. I said, well, yeah, great. Yeah, I think regulations is the key for many countries. Actually, I participated in many the discussions in different countries, in Asia and also in Europe and North America, right? And the whole space is looking at what kind of regulations will come out and how we do the compliance, right? And we'll just watch very closely for all these different regulations coming out, and also at the same time very, very careful, right? Doing not cross potential add potential risks to the project.
Got it. Yeah, it's I think many folks are waiting to see what the outcome is from this lawsuit, because I think that determination will affect the rest of the market and how the SEC goes after the folks. Cool. So I want to talk a bit about the crypto market as a whole, get your perspective. You're someone who went through the internet boom, the dot-com boom. You got into Bitcoin early, you got into the crypto market early. So what are your thoughts on the crypto market right now being in a bull market phase, and Bitcoin getting adoption? People are putting it on their balance sheets, companies, and adopting it as a payment. We saw Tesla do that. I want to get your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I think this bull year, we kind of expected, but and also we predicted that institutions will come in, and they did, right? And the U.S. institutions were probably in the front. I think one of the main events or trend is happening is really people's feeling or fear about depreciation of the U.S. dollars or potential risk there, right? And because the governments around the world are printing more money because of the pandemic, right? And I think majority of us predict accurately, right? And we feel that this bull year will last for a period of time. The reason is more and more people are coming in because of that, leadership of the traditional financial institutions coming in, including some of the traditional companies, and that's a very, very good sign. And but we have to know that, you know, all party has to end at some time, right? I think you know, all of us have to be aware of that. And we went through the bust crazy times since in the late 90s, right?
Right.
Every cycle, there's a cycle in there. And I just you know, urge our users to be cautious as well, right? And you know, take all the measures to protect yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you brought up a great point, right? Every market has a boom and bust. That doesn't mean it's not here to stay long term, but outside of crypto or even the .com, real estate has its boom and bust, and we've seen that in different things. So, do you have a Bitcoin price prediction that you could share?
I usually don't do that. I think I talked too much about the price or the markets already.
Got it.
I'm very bullish, first of all, right? Good. I think I have very, very high goals, but I wouldn't like to share over here. Yeah.
Got it. Makes sense. I want to get your thoughts on, you know, the boom of NFTs, right? Non-fungible tokens. And where do you see the future of that? And what are your thoughts about some of the evaluations? Some seem very high, like it's in bubble.
Yeah. Well, we have been predicting that will be coming, right? Actually, Wanchain, we have worked with some of the partners in NFT in the last boom cycle, right? And it didn't go very far due to the bear market. And we actually have the technologies ready, and we even look at you know, use the cross-chain technologies to move an NFT into different chains. And we have the technologies ready. We just haven't released it. Or there's some business-related issues about how do you price those you know, NFTs and make sure that we have enough collaterals. But now we have the you know, we call a multi-chain you know, cross-chain bridge with shared collateral, and these things might be a lot easier for us to implement. And recently, I think you have seen that we launched this new project on Wanchain called Zookeeper, which is a NFT based you know, platform. And I think it's very welcome in the community. And we have been working with several other partners in bringing additional NFT like art or other pieces, right, from the real world into Wanchain, and make sure that they can be traded or they can be used to be mined, or many other things, or in games. I think this is like in this transition period, that before the real financial assets from the traditional financial markets, right, coming to the you know, crypto world or blockchain world, the NFTs are especially in the gaming, or make it fun, or in the arts or music, all those things, right? This is a middle step we have to go through, and it's very, very exciting already. And so many people are coming and providing all the, you know, items, NFT items, and people are trading. It's very, very good. But you know, I don't know. Sometimes the market can become very crazy, but we'll just watch and see. Yeah.
For sure. But I'm glad to hear that you guys are offering a, you know, a solution, a platform, Zookeeper, as you mentioned. And I think we'll probably start to see more and more people creating NFTs. So that's exciting.
Definitely. Yeah.
I also want to get your thoughts on central bank digital currencies, CBDCs. So, you know, these governments we talked about, you know, printing money, and now they want to essentially copy tokenization or blockchain and tokenize their fiat currencies. What are your thoughts on that and the benefits towards crypto?
Yeah, actually, I was involved in that since 2015. Actually, the project I was previously involved, the paper was referenced by one of the central bank in Europe. They're referencing our architecture and did their prototype, right?
Wow.
And I was invited into a research group in China for the CBDC research. And I think I'm pretty confident. I mean, all the governments or central banks are looking into the CBDC, and glad to see a lot of progress in many different countries. And certainly the big one that is coming, right, is from China, right? The digital yuan, they have been implementing this for a long time, and they have been rolling out the trial period in different regions in China already. And we are following that progress very closely, and we try to get connections with many institutions as well, see whether we have the chance when it's released in public, and we can integrate that with our Wanchain and bring those digital yuan and other currencies in the future from CBDC from other countries into public chain, right. And make that seamless integration between the crypto world and also the I say the stable coins issued by the governments. And I think that's happening.
Wow, you just mentioned that, and it was like, yeah, your Wanchain, the solution that you bring to the table, could integrate all these CBDCs in different ways and connect different blockchains, private and public. That's amazing. Yeah. So I have to ask, are you in talks with any governments already on stuff like that?
Well, constantly, right? I think since I was working with Factum, we were talking to many governments all the time, right? They are asking for solutions or consulting or many other things for so many years, always. Yeah.
Wow. Well, yeah. I'm very excited to see how things progress, and once again, the solution that you have on the table here, and how that gets adopted. Government, private sector, public sector, whatever it may be, that is awesome. Mm-hmm. Okay, I want to wrap it up here with some quick rapid fire questions, if you don't mind, such as, what is your favorite food?
Well, I would say cheesesteak.
Cheesesteak.
But I cannot eat much here now. Yeah, unfortunately.
Got it. Favorite musician or band?
I love lots of them, but I don't have anyone at the moment. Yeah.
Got it. Favorite movie?
I would say Avatar.
Avatar.
Yeah, we recently watched it again. Yeah.
I haven't seen that in years, but yeah, that was certainly a good movie. Favorite book?
Book. Yeah, I've been reading a lot recently. Yeah. I don't have a favorite book, but I ordered a book from Amazon. I like this one. Yeah. Oops. It's called The Power of Now. Yeah, I read it on Kindle as well. That's pretty good. I ordered it on Amazon. Just arrived a couple of days ago. Yeah.
Got it.
I would recommend some traders. If you have stress, you can read this book.
For sure. So when you're not working at Wanchain, what are you doing for fun as a hobby?
Yeah, I have a lot of hobbies. I have one sport I love, tennis, and so ping pong or badminton. But I spent over more than 30 years playing this sport.
Wow. Very cool. Well, Jack, certainly a pleasure chatting with you, and I'm excited to see the new announcements and updates from Wanchain, and we'll love to have you back on in the future as things progress.
Certainly. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.